Hi, welcome to the Rugby Bible Show. Today we're doing the weekend analysis. We're focusing on the games that we have picked for the weekend. Those are the games that we have picked for this weekend to look at. We have got a game between Wales and Australia on the 24th of September. It's still part of the Rugby World Cup. Um, it's a game in which it can go either way. Wales have lost a lot of experienced players, but they still have a lot of experience in their team. The last edition of the World Cup, Wales made it to the semi-finals. That was in 2019. They met the Springboks, and it was a tight game. As you'll remember, it was a very interesting game, but we managed to obviously overcome Wales in that event. But this time around, we're talking Wales versus Australia. So this group is one of the tight groups at the moment in the World Cup in terms of we still don't really know who's gonna make it to the quarterfinals. Fiji lost their match against Wales at the end, at the death of the game. I mean, like almost last play, 80 minutes. You are at the mercy of the try line, 5 meters from the try line, knock on, game over. Fiji lost. It almost like felt like a funeral for the Fijian fans and players. Australia plays Fiji. Fiji beats them. One of the biggest upset in world rugby. One of the biggest upsets in rugby. One of the dream results for any neutral fan around the world. Wales now are playing Australia. If they were to lose against Australia, now we're sitting in a situation whereby Fiji has lost one match, Wales one match, Australia one match. Now you go into the permutations of your bonus points, points scored, and all those differences that are used in rugby to separate when there is a tie. However, if Wales were to beat Australia, then Australia is out. I think it will then be Fiji and Wales that is going through. And I think it will be disaster for Eddie Jones because if the rugby authorities and rugby bosses in Australia are not backing him in what he's trying to do, then he's out of a job because he left a lot of experienced players and he said this is for the future of Australian rugby. But I think if Eddie Jones was to reach the semi-finals with these young players, he will be a hero. But if he's out in the first round, a lot of people are going to for his head to say too much changes too soon. The team has not looked any positive, blah blah blah. But if he does make it to the semi-finals, he might be forgiven for what has happened. But now, as a neutral, I want Fiji to go. So who must I sacrifice between Fiji and Wales? I mean, between Wales and Australia. That's a tricky one. Who do you want to see? It's a tricky one. Um, the easy result would be Wales beat Australia and Australia out. You know, at the same time, you feel sorry for Eddie Jones because of a soft spot for him. You remember he helped us 2007. He was part of the technical team of Jake White, particularly when in terms of running our lines. He helped us with your Pace Montgomery and Brian Abana, JP Peterson, that golden generation of the Springboks that won the World Cup in 2007. So I always have a soft spot for Eddie Jones. And I think likewise he's got a soft spot for South Africa. So I'm caught in between. I want Fiji to go through. At the same time, I hope Australia can go through. Though, if Australia beat Wales, then it complicates things for Fiji. So yeah, I'm sitting on the fence on this one. However, I'll say I think Australia will win this one. I think the young players in the Australian team will be like, you know what, Eddie Jones has backed us. He has put his neck on the line for us. Let's go and break a neck for him. And I think they will come in firing in all cylinders, especially after that Fijian result. So I think Australia will win this one, and will just complicate things in that group. And then I hope whatever permutations comes out, that Fiji will go through. Um, yeah. So thank you. That is for tomorrow, the 24th of September, Australia versus Wales, or Wales versus Australia. Wales is the home team. So yeah, looking forward to that one. It will be an interesting game. It's a proper knockout game during group stages. So all the best to both teams. May the best men win. Thank you.